Just comb your hair, go and wash your face. It's been a real long time since you've seen the light of day. So let thoughts come as they may, beauty and parade. Everybody all smiles when you're back in the seat again. All aboard the Petty Express to a beautiful darkness. It's full steam ahead to ride the rails to our next destination. Yeah!
Hey you guys, it is Mo and I am just fresh off a Luigi Mangione rage. I don't know. Anyone else getting really tired of these whippersnappers not being able to deal with any daggone thing without getting all hysterical? Because, you know, I didn't think I was this old, but when I am looking at this young man like bitch that his back hurt just a little bit, but to hear him, you know, he stalked this guy, rode his bike 15 miles, walked like 27 blocks. Sir, your back does not hurt that bad, okay? So I'm just over. Sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna bring mean negative energy, but he is such a dork. It's too early in the stream to start cursing too much. Welcome, 80s Music Man, Sticky Widget, Wolfram, thank you so much for your modly mod duties. Y'all, this is not going well, and this is direct. How do you screw up direct this much? Well, yeah, so I was kind of like here, but then I just pushed him off, and then I stabbed it. Like, ma'am, I don't know if you wanted to go to prison, but this is like how to go to prison and get all of the years.
So what happens after she's putting that on the doorknobs?
She tells me again, she's like, we have to look for the cameras. And I was like, well, she just said she was going to check for cameras, and she started doing that.
Okay. What did she do with the toilet bowl cleaner?
She started putting it on the doorknobs.
Did she say why she was doing that? For putting
Okay.
Okay.
No shot, these two drunk
she kinda,
heifers
like, pulled my hand a little bit.
thought about, you know, evidence deletion and looking at cameras. Not one single scintilla of a second do I believe that.
To go to the room, so I just followed her in there.
When you went into the rooms, did you know what room was Mr. Dickerson's?
No, I did not.
Were you guys ever in the bedrooms when you were at the house prior to this happening?
No.
Okay.
But
So
also, when I went to go throw up, I don't know how long I was in there for. Because I remember rinsing off my face
Okay.
when I was drunk. This was before all of this happened.
Sure. Let's stick with you kind of just being drunk for a minute, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's stick
When
there.
he had cornered you in the kitchen, how drunk did you feel?
I feel like, I don't want to say like I sobered up instantly, but I feel like it was like, I feel like that situation did sober me up. Like, I knew exactly what was happening at that moment. I feel, you know?
Okay. You weren't as nauseous as you were before?
No, that
So you had an instant sobering reaction, but you just said it like this. Again, that is not how you say, you're like, yeah, I was pretty drunk, and then instantly, it was like I had no alcohol. Ma'am, your culture has telenovelas. Are you telling me you cannot overact? For the love of Cheetos. Heck, I don't even know what the hell is going on, but I know when a woman is pissed the hell off in one of them and someone is plotting something. I mean, they're fun to watch when you can't understand not a daggone thing and you just make up the backstory. Or you watch them with American subtitles.
that situation took all those feelings away.
Okay. What about in the living room? Did you feel drunk then?
No.
What about after, when Hosanna grabbed your hand and moved you into the bedroom? Did you feel pretty drunk then?
I feel like I couldn't feel my body.
Because of alcohol?
I think it's because of what happened.
Okay. So let's go into the room. What happens in the room?
She
I
starts
start
looking
stealing
everywhere.
all
Like,
this
at first
shit.
she like kind of just looked with her eyes, and she kind of like, in a sense, kind of like scanned the room down.
Okay. What happened?
And then she started looking through his stuff.
Did she say why?
No, I didn't even ask.
Did you help?
She had handed. I kind of was just like standing there, and she had put on some gloves.
These two heifers are so felony adjacent. They are felony adjacent everywhere. There is, oh, awesome sauce in a half. If you learn how to do that really well, let me know. Because I do it semi-ish good sometimes. It's just like a lot of steps to make a video, you guys. At least a good edited one. Like, I can ramble all day, y'all. I have not one daggone problem with that. But it's the adding the little, poops and the, other stuff that I'm still learning. Be on the lookout for boops, everyone. It's a technical term.
And I had asked her, I was like, why do you have gloves on? And then she's like, here, he puts them on too.
What kind of
Wait a
glasses?
minute. They went to, I have never done a felony ever. I work hard and then we're going to need the gloves. We're going to need the bleach. We're going to need the CSI and Dexter this entire, ma'am. Now, ma'am, come here, Stacy. Come here. Look into the eyes of Mama Mo. Is Mama Mo buying your story? Or do you need to come up with a better one? Lick your lips, think of a different answer, because none of this is floating, okay? It's a big giant turd, and it's just not flushing. You're trying to flush it, and it's just, you're going to need to get a coat hanger, ma'am.
They look like the ones you wear when it's like cold outside.
Did you?
Y'all wore mittens? All right.
Where'd the gloves come from?
One of the bags. It was a backpack.
The black bag you said?
A backpack.
A backpack. Okay. Where was the backpack found?
And she found them in his closet.
In his closet. Okay. So you put gloves on.
Ma'am, I am full on mom shame-embarrassed of you. First of all, if you're gonna crime and you didn't bring gloves, so you stole the man's mittens. You stole the man's mittens to go burgle him after you stabulated him. And you are giving the worst self-defense story. As a mama, I am shame-embarrassed. Because if you're going to lie to me, you better make it good. There better be a car chase. There better be like a full-on meatloaf, reenactment story going on here. If you're going to lie to me, make it good. As I always tell my children.
What do you do after you have your gloves on?
I was just doing the same thing. I was standing in the middle of the room, just looking at her. And I had only put one on. Okay. And I had put it on my left hand. I just kept looking at my hand.
Why did you put it on your left hand?
Because my right hand had blood on it. And
I
don't know why I kept looking at it.
Did you ever rummage through things in his room?
No.
So they
You
all
saw
got into the
photos,
backpacks somehow?
Throughout the trial of Mr. Dickerson's bedroom. Do you remember seeing those?
Yeah.
And there were photos of a lot of bags on top
Tell
of the
me.
bed, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember how those bags got on top of the bed, or were they already there?
I don't remember if there was stuff on the bed, because I'm telling you, I was only focused on my hand, couldn't believe what happened. I didn't know what to do, So that's what I was.
Did you ever see an engagement ring in the bedroom?
No, I didn't.
Did Hosanna ever tell you she found one?
I don't think she's ever, no.
You don't think she did?
No, she never talked about that.
So you said Hosanna had found a backpack, and you heard the prosecution throughout this trial and through discovery say that, or allege that you guys had taken the backpack. Does that sound familiar?
Dang it all to heck. Okay, so my phone has Mr. Mo's sister, only it's my bonus daughter. So I found a couple really sweet pictures that I thought I was sending to a sister. Nope, I was sending them to my bonus daughter, and it's just like, daggone it. When you're trying to do something good, but you just suck out loud at it. Any hoozle. Y'all, if you are new here or just stepping in, this woman's affect has not changed at all. At all. She explained a deadly, Shiv attack like you were talking about possibly the weather. Yeah, I feel so bad because they were really, really sweet pictures of her mom, Mr. Mo's mom holding her daughter's hand right before she was getting ready to have a baby. And it was just such a beautiful moment because they're both looking at each other. Look, I'm a start crying. I'm gonna get full clamps, okay? Talk amongst yourselves, Megan Boswell going into the center of the sun. That woman. I hope she's having fun in Gen Pop. And then I feel like a mean person, but then I really don't care. Welcome to the world of overthinking every damn thing.
Here?
I didn't.
You didn't. Did Hosanna?
Yeah, she was putting like random stuff. So she was leaving in and out of the room, and I was
Y'all, random tangent, but do you ever wonder what it would be like to be Stacy? Like to never think about anything, never overthink about anything. Like she is just sitting there wondering why clams close and open, or why, dust settles on things and we have to dust. I mean, this woman has, I don't know, circus music in between. Who the hell knows what she's thinking about, licking her lips? Honest to God, what freedom it must be to be stupid. Like to never have to overthink nothing. To wake up at 3 a.m. and just be like, oh, guess I'm going to go back to sleep. Like to not think, hey, if a bear and an alligator mutated together, would it be a bearigator or an allibear? That being said, welcome to my world.
still just there, And she came back from the other room and she had 2 bottles of alcohol.
What kind of alcohol?
One was brown. I don't know what brand it was. It was it was a clear bottle but with brown liquid in it.
And what was the other one?
It was a Fireball
Where did she find that? Do you know?
in the other room.
Were you with her in the other room?
No,
Did she just tell you that's where she found it?
no, I seen her.
But you weren't in there the other room with her?
No.
Okay. How did you see her grab? You know what I mean?
So I was standing in the doorway of the room that we were in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So like if I was standing right here and the bed's like right here, and this is the closet. So I was standing right here, and then she goes all the way into this room, and I don't know what that room looks like. I never went in there, but she pulled these 2 bottles out of that room.
And so could you see her pull the 2 bottles out of the room?
Yeah,
Okay.
and she brings them over here.
And you're still over here?
I was really right here.
Okay.
We have officially talked more in depth about these 2 GD bottles of liquor than we did the man she stabulated. And this is supposed to be her direct. This is her direct. This is a flaming dumpster fire already.
Okay. Then what happens after she brings the bottles out of that other room and meets you in Mr. Dickerson's room?
Oh, well, she sets them down in the corner of the bed, and she continues to look through stuff. And then she grabs a backpack. It was black. And she just dumps it out, like, whatever's in it. She, like, looks through it, too, but she grabs all kinds of stuff. Like, there was wires, like, and then those 2 bottles, and I don't know what else.
Okay. Did she end up taking that backpack?
Yeah.
When?
She took, when she left. But she also took, she came to me, and she was mad, and she took the gloves from me. And she, like, when she took it off, she pulled it off by my finger, so she, like, just snatched it off.
Okay.
Ah,
Did she seem
sure,
upset?
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did she tell you why she was upset?
No, she was just kind of talking stuff, like, she was like, fuck.
Did she seem panicked?
Honestly, at the moment, she seemed more angry.
Okay.
Like, at the beginning, when she had told me to kill the dog, she did seem like somewhat panicked. Not panicked, but I would say, like, more scared.
What happens after the room? Do you stay in there after she's putting these things?
Y'all, I do have an entire bottle that I haven't opened of, caramel apple Crown Royal. And I think I could do a sip every time she did a sip, but y'all have met Steve Gosney after 3 sidecars. Mo is even worse. So it is tempting, but if she keeps up with this dumbness, I might have to haul my behind down there. Oh, and y'all, no, I know this is a side tangent. I know this is a super side tangent, But the purple foot bath that I flashed up last week, well, I ended up just going ahead and ordering it. And let me just tell you, yes, yes, and double yes. You can put the temperature thing up. It doesn't have to bubble if you don't want to. But yes, like I love Mr. Mo, but I am in deep infatuation with this, foot bath. I mean, to the point where I even put gross, disgusting feet picture up. Now, they were mostly obscured by the foot bath, which is the only thing that makes them legal. But I wanted to share the good news of a foot bath. That being said, I am going to go get that from downstairs, so I'm going to let this play.
In the backpack?
Well, and I just looked at her and I like didn't say nothing. She was like, "Hello, did you hear me?" And I just shook my head no. Like I said, and she was like, "Stop acting dumb already." Like, she was like, "Don't make me mad." And then I went and I kind of was like scared to go over there. So like I walked slowly out, out of the room. And so there's like, when you come out the room and you turn right, there's a living room. So I had looked and I kind of just like was like cautious, I feel, And then that's when I looked and I had like seen him and I had stood there for a while. And like, I can hear her like saying something, but I feel like the feeling at the moment was like, like when you like if you're like at a construction site and you put the things in so you can like know something, but you like, I don't know how to explain it.
Is that how you felt?
Yeah.
So did it feel as if you had almost like something to block out some noise, but not all noise?
Yeah, it was kind of like, it's like blurred, kind of like, yeah.
Pam,
So you go out into the living room to check on.
I am rarely ever one to, correct anyone's grammar because I'm a grammar outlaw. But the use of the word like is a comparison. But when you say like and like and like and you never have a comparison, no, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about because I don't understand what it is like. And that construction comparison, I don't get it. That being said, to a woman who lived a long life, passed peacefully, and touched a lot of lives. And I'm with Stacy. This stuff sucks. Good Lord. All right, lawyers, I don't get you. Oh, Jeff, I don't know how you did this. That being said, I think he liked whiskey, so... Just no. All the no's. See, I am glad. Do you understand that despite this red hair being completely fake, I have enough Irish Catholic in me that being kind of not so good and not liking booze is actually helpful. It is lovely. I will say it is so nice that I'm looking for an extension cord. The only thing I'm wondering is when it needs to keep heating up, it will be a little bit louder, but y'all, my feet didn't hurt. And as I said, I love, love, love Mr. Mo, but I am in deep infatuation with this foot bath. I am. Mr. Mo's gonna, he knows the electrical, like, extension cordy. You have to pick the cord for the... I did not know you had to pick a special extension cord for a more heavy-duty thing. How was I to know? There are no, like, instructional manuals, or maybe there are. But look, I got all of my home fix-it advice from, Home Improvement, and I'm pretty sure that my idea to just get some short overalls and, a really cute tank top is not going to help me either become A, Pamela Anderson, or B, good with tools. JKD Buck, look, I would like to pray for your safety now at the time of your life. 'Cause Look, I just wouldn't say that to her face. That's on par with you're sounding like your mother. Now, them are fighting words, and I hope you had a good head start. And Old Line Red, I'm sorry we lost my mother-in-law in December. It is tough, especially when you have a good one, and to be there and to try to, you know, be as helpful as you can. I pulled all the pictures and again sent them to the wrong person, but it's the thought and the random pictures that count. Jesus. I thought I was doing a good thing. Look, y'all, I am not kidding you. That youngest, most feral, when told the news, pulled up a radon count. For the ghost hunters, like the weird, like, soundy things. He pulled one up and he wants to take it to the funeral. You guys, I'm already. If I come back with a Bonnie Raitt, like, stripe in my hair, that child is it. He's like, I'm gonna get a goodbye from her. And I understand that's really sweet, but I also don't want him ghost hunting at the funeral. This is gonna be great. Just great, because the last time we had a funeral, my boys proceeded to loudly tell everyone that there was in fact a dead body in there. It was right here if you would like to see it, and he is dead, like DEAD, dead. Yeah, no, these are my boys at a funeral. And now my youngest wants to start ghost hunting at his grandmother's funeral, and I am trying like heck to contain him, be supportive, and just the chaos. It is what it is. Of course, my youngest son would want to do that because he is my wildest, most feral. Sticky Widget, I do understand the point. And as the, alien child to my mother, I totally get it. And I totally get why my mom told me no on many of the things that I thought were awesome. That being said, I probably should not have told my brother that he could, fly if he used an umbrella.
Him. What do you see?
He's on the floor.
He's on the floor.
Yeah.
Is he moving?
No.
Do you know?
He wasn't moving at the time, or at least, like, from what I've seen.
What were you feeling when you went out there and looked at him on the floor?
I was scared
What were you scared about?
that he was gonna get back up.
Did you go closer to him?
No, I just looked at him from a distance.
Ma'am, you got him in the necular region. Now, I don't know if they taught you this at school, but we have basically all of the vital functions that we need to survive, to keep this chemoelectric anxiety machine in our meat suit going. This is a very important conduit through which a lot of things happen. So you have your breathing stuff, you have your eating stuff, you have your bleeding stuff. You stabbed him in all them motherfuckers, ma'am. I don't know if he was gonna get back up. Ma'am, who are you trying to sell a bridge in Alabama to? Because, ma'am, this is not my first rodeo. Again, look, this is a mama trick. I don't want it, but when you have them look in your eyes, because you got one that'll do this, and then they have to directly look in your eyes. Yeah, and left the weapon stuck in him. I've never been stabbed 5 times in the neck, but I'm pretty sure that would take the fight right out of you. Not to mention, she kneeled on his MFing chest, okay? Her entire body weight. Now, I don't know if I believe Hosanna or Stacy, but I do believe, given all of Occam's razor, if you are a bigger person, you have someone on the ground, you are going to use your weight to your advantage.
Does Hosanna come out of the bedroom?
Yeah.
What happens when she comes out?
She's still yelling something. I don't know what she was yelling. And I'm just kind of just looking at her like, what are you saying, And then she walks away, and I remember just like looking at her walk away. And she has the backpack on.
Okay. Where's she walking away to?
She outside.
What happens at that point?
Nothing. I just stood there for a while, just looking at him because I was like, he's gonna get up, you know?
Did she tell you, come on, let's go, get out of the house?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
I was just stuck. I didn't know what to do.
We watched some surveillance videos from some neighbors, and it looked like there was one individual in the car around 5 o'clock in the morning. And then about 3 minutes later, another individual comes out of the home and gets into the car. Do you remember seeing that?
Yeah.
Who was in the car?
Hosanna was.
Are you the one walking back outside the house?
Yeah.
What were you doing for those 3 minutes inside by yourself?
I was just looking at him. It didn't feel like that long, you know?
Did you go back to his bedroom?
No.
Did you look in his pockets?
No, I didn't.
Did Hosanna look in his pockets?
I don't know.
So why did you leave the house and get in the car with Hosanna?
I didn't know what else to do.
Hey,
When you were in the house and
Hosanna,
Hosanna was outside,
Hosanna,
Did it ever cross your mind to call 911?
Hosanna, hi.
Why not?
I couldn't think about nothing at the moment. Like, I was just scared.
Yeah.
At the moment or all the time? Because I, again, am genuinely wondering, do you have an internal monologue or is it just quiet? How is it to live, being stupid and not thinking about things? I am asking for a friend because honest to God, some days it sounds good. Like I wouldn't be able to understand complex things, but I'd see pretty colors and be like, ooh. So I don't know. But Stacy, please explain your world to me. It's like, there are words for it, but it's like, have you ever with a thing and like that, yeah. As her lawyer, this again is direct. Spoon feeding this narrative to this heifer, and she is for the first time in her life not regurgitating it. This is just painful to watch the defense attorney try to make her client give herself an alibi.
It took me a long time to like build the courage to walk past him, to leave.
Why did it take you build the courage to walk past him?
It does not get better.
Well, first tell me why, and I might have some clarifying questions.
I thought that he was just trying to trick me, that he was just like pretending he was gonna grab me as soon as I passed.
Why did you feel that way?
I don't know.
Bitch, he is not Michael Myers. What the hell are you talking about? I thought he was going to get back up. Again, you stabulated him in the carotid artery. He ain't getting up, sweetheart. In the terms of Mortal Kombat, which I'm sure you've played, that's a fatality. I know it's not Shaka Khan, but whoever the guy is, like, finish him. And you did.
When you go to the car, we kind of watched you walk down to get into the car.
Yeah.
Why didn't you run?
I don't know.
Defense attorney, I'm a little too enhanced to deal with this right now. Did you just ask your fluffular victim why she did, or not victim, defendant, why she didn't run? Because I think facts are definitely... You guys, God is testing me and trying to see if I'm going to be a better person, and I am failing at every level. Oh my God, why didn't you run? Because she's a fluffy chick, let's be honest. And it was down a hill, and it was dark. If she fell down, look, there ain't no getting up. Them ankles are gone, okay? So she has to be careful. Look, as a semi-fluffy but deflating cripple, I can tell you, if I fall down, now, first of all, I'm just telling you, I am requesting the firemen with no shirts on and the kittens to come rescue me. I mean, I don't know how I arranged that, but that's who I would like to come help me. If possible, just a little bit. I just need, the 15 Australian men, you know, down to come down and rescue me and pull me up like Cleopatra. And I have thought about this a lot. I'm just saying, I may have a Rolodex of Australian men who pretend to be firefighters and hold puppies and kittens. Look, don't rain on my fantasy. Isn't it sad that my fantasy still involves me falling and hurting myself? I love that even in my most like decadent fantasies, I'm realistic with my physical accomplishments. Dear God, even in my dreams, they're like, look, you're probably gonna fall, but they'll be cute firemen.
Do you even remember why you acted that way at all?
No.
So you get in the car. Where do you guys go?
So she just starts driving.
Okay.
I don't know where she's driving to.
So you guys, when I get my room back, my big plan for something new that I want to do when I get my room back is I'll have a green screen and I'm basically going to do the Mortal Kombat of bitchy women. Now, the weird thing is that Taylor Shabiznis and Letitia Stalk basically require the same wig. So it's basically going to be like me standing in front of the green screen doing. Although, here's the problem with this, and I feel really upset because the Democrat women did it and they did it super dumbly. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm following them. But basically, it's going to like choose your fatality. So, I got the Courtney Clenny robe coming, oh gosh, the Lori Vallow baby ponytail. So we will have that, and then I will be able to choose my person, and we will take something from a trial of theirs and roast them. That is my goal. The Mortal Kombat of mortally fatal women. I don't know. I'm thinking of the name, but I think my technical-ish skills are almost there. Also, my room is going to happen at some point.
Are you telling her to go left, right, straight?
No, I was just sitting there not talking.
So she's
They're
driving.
lesbians. They're
Where you
never
end up?
going straight.
We ended up at a gas station called the Cosmic Market.
Why did you go there?
Oh,
I don't know why she went there.
and before anyone says anything, I love me my lesbians. I love me my gays. I love everyone. Look, here, I just ranted about this on the Luigi Mangione thing, but here's the deal. Like from Mama Mo's heart, from the bottom of it. Look, I love each and every one of y'all. I don't care. Furry, normal, prancy, brony, I don't care. But it is not your personality. I don't care what you do in the bedroom. I honestly don't want to know unless I do want to know. And then I'm going to ask you all the questions and it's going to be embarrassing for both of us, but I will learn something. Here's the thing. Whatever you do in the algebra of your uniqueness that you feel like you have to tell us and your pronouns, that means absolute bull crap, okay? I don't care if you are a Sagittarius furry. I care about you being a good person. So how about you stop giving two shits about if you're two-spirited, binary with, trinary and transcendentalism, and just be a good human being to the next motherfucker who's going through something too? Like, how about I don't really give a crap, but you just be a good person? How about everyone just identify as a good fucking human being? How about that? I'm sorry, I will get off my soapbox. I'm just saying, I don't care. And Mr. Man in, the puppy suit who's gyrating weirdly next to other man, I don't care. But that's not a personality. That's a weird thing you're doing in public for some reason. Damn. Mine's a petticorn. And you guys, I will make the petticorn one day. Petty Ann. I'm going to have ribbons that just have curse words and like insults like bad hair and she doesn't go here. And then, she is just going to be petty as fuck. Like she is a mean girl. She is Regina George. Petty Ann gives no fucks.
What were you feeling
Welcome
in the car
to
on the
the
way there?
Mo stream.
At that moment, I don't know, like I was just didn't know what to do. Like at that moment I was just focused on, because we're just sitting in the car and it's quiet and I'm just like can feel like the pulse in my neck, you know, like I can feel it. And it's just kind of like going and I'm just like, and then like I kind of like I feel like I was like breathing hard, you know? And
This is a slow pitch, but as opposed to anything other, you, ma'am, I have heard you breathe in this entire freaking flapjack trial. You have a wake apnea. Do something.
like the way I felt was just I feel like I can't explain it.
Did you have your phone on you?
She had it.
Did you ask her for your phone at one point?
I did not.
Did you tell her we should call 911?
No.
Why not?
I don't know, I was scared. I didn't know what to do.
So tell me what happened at the gas station.
She said, empty those water bottles that are in the back. We had pulled up and I told her, I was like, I'm not hungry. And she's like,
She thought they were going to get a sausage. Ma'am, you just murderlated someone and you're like, no, I don't want a Slurpee. This trial is a gift that just keeps on giving. Also, cockroaches and Twinkies. When you become sentient and take over the world after we have nuked ourselves into oblivion, please do a better job than we have. I weep for humanity.
we're not fucking here for food. And I was like, just sighed at her. I was like- So she gets off, she puts this COVID mask on. And she tells me, empty those bottles are in the back. And I just said, okay. She's like, and fill them up. And I was like, okay. So she goes inside. I don't believe she took that long, so I went.
No shot. You know she came out there with some Funyuns or Doritos and a Mountain Dew Code Red. I'm calling it. She came out with some Funyuns and a chicken sandwich. She was like, $1 in gas and give me like all 5 of them hot dogs. I can't with this. These two are just comedy fucking gold.
And I filled them up.
Okay. Like this.
And just like Sarah Boone, here's the tragedy of all of these. First of all, someone had to lose their life. But second of all, these two morons would be, they are the pinky and the brain, or just the pinkies of crime. They'd be hilarious. Like if they were on Code Blue, you know, the body cam, and they were always just getting into minor crime. Hilarious. Obviously ruining your life, but hilarious. But now I get to deal with this stupid, and then I feel bad for laughing because you murderlated someone. But you are so beyond stupid, and I cannot believe that you're like, I'm not hungry right now. Jesus. Mary and Joseph. I'm going to have to go back to confession after this. They're going to be like, ma'am, you're not even Catholic anymore. I'm like, I know, but I made fun of this heifer so bad. No, I did not. To be fair, you guys, I have been deep into the lore of Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia. Look, my boys are wanting, you know, I believe Hosanna's is closer to the shaded truth.
I need my shoe.
He's like, I need my shoe. And I'm like, why did you leave it back in here? And he said, well, I need to go. I'm going to go stomp in the creek. And I said, okay, be careful.
Kind of water bottle?
I can't see it. Yeah.
So here's my thing. Now, I'm not saying that I have shaky hands or anything like that, but I can't imagine trying to just get a little trickle of gas into water bottles. I'd have gasoline all over my hands, and then in no way would I want to light a match. So that's my problem. I don't understand how they got it into these little water bottles. Maybe they're talking about like fake Stanley cups. I don't know.
So plastic?
Yeah, it was regular water bottle.
Did you fill them up with gasoline?
Yes.
Why?
She told me to, but I was gonna put them in the back, and she's like, "No, bring them up in front with you."
What did you think you were going to do with those?
I didn't honestly wasn't thinking about that at the moment.
So I love it. She wouldn't let a strange guy, Christopher, into her mom's Malibu because it's her mom's Malibu. But she's totally okay with open water bottles of gasoline just, fuming up her car. It maths. It all maths. It does. It's math-tastic.
Like, obviously, like, that was the last thing I assumed was gonna happen.
Did Hosanna tell you why she told you to fill up the water bottles?
No.
So you fill them up. Then what happens? Where do you go?
We started driving down 23rd again. And then I'm just in the same, like, I'm still feeling the same way, you know? And
I just want to stop you real quick. When you say the same way, like feeling the pulse kind of same way.
yeah, like I couldn't feel my body and stuff like that. Like even when I was feeling up, like I kept, like,
Really, Stacy?
it was not even going in the
Really?
bottle.
Okay.
You're like, well, I got a dead guy and we got gasoline, but what happens next? Oh my God, if I made a Blue's Clues of murder clues, it's Moe's Clues, Moe's Clues. Well, we gotta find the first clue, 'cause you're a dumbass and you wrote down your crime. And then we put it in our notebook that's called You're Gonna Do Felony Time. I'm working on it. It's going to be a kids/true crime show. I think we could really teach children that you can't crime. I don't know. I will say I learned a lot from Carmen Sandiego, and I still want to be her. But her evading justice all the time made me really, really want to be an international spy. But that being said, Moe's Clues coming to a children, forget the Veggie Tales. It's Moe's Clues. Murder for tots. Take nothing that I say seriously tonight.
So you guys are driving on 23rd, and then what happens?
She makes a right.
Onto what?
I don't know what street it is. I know there's a school down that street on the right side, but I have no idea what street it is.
Okay. So what happens after she turns right?
I asked her what she was doing.
Does she respond?
She said, "We're going back."
We're going back?
Yeah.
Back
did you
to
tell
the
her?
future.
I didn't say nothing.
Did you want to go back?
No.
Why didn't you tell her no?
I don't know why.
Sorry?
I don't know why.
Okay. So you go back to the house?
Yeah.
What happens then? Well, let's break that down. You go back to the house. Do you go into the house?
Yeah, I do.
Why do you go into the house instead of Hosanna?
I don't know why she told me to go in there, but she told me to go in there and light everything on fire and to kill the dog.
Did you ask her for her to come with you?
No,
Why not?
I was just listening to what she was saying.
Okay, so you go back into the house.
And thank you. This is Sarah. You have the most amazing impromptu artwork Pictionary I've ever been exposed to. I love Carmen Sandiego. Look, I'm not going to say that she was my first girl crush, but I definitely had a girl, she is what I want to be when I grow up. Of course, I didn't realize my true power, thank you so much, as an introvert. Realizing I probably wouldn't want to go to loud, overpopulated cities with everyone yelling and trash and people touching me. But when I was still hopeful and didn't realize I was a super introvert, I wanted to be Carmen Sandiego. Of course, Carmen Sandiego kind of went to private beaches and private, bougie places. I do think that my introvertedness is inversely related to bouginess. So I do believe if any travel company would like to sponsor me for super high-end travel, I would be the best, person. And I know we're not supposed to talk about diversity and inclusion, but I am semi-cripple, and I can be crippler on some days. Think about it. Think about it. Come on, an entire crippled travel channel. And I'm going to take, Walker, Mose Ranger. I did actually name my Walker, and it's Walker, Mose Ranger. Now, I will be kind of, bedazzling it. Of course, I'm not allowed to do any crafty projects until my room is actually fixed so I can open all the crafty projects and, in theory, have them organized. Now, I love my husband that he is forever optimistic about my, just general ability to be organized and not a chaos demon. One day in my life, I will be fully functional, organized, put things away right after I use them, just like I tell my kids. And then I will come out and announce it all on the internet. So I might have a parade.
What do you do with the dog?
I put him in the backyard
Why?
because I didn't want anything bad to happen to him or her. Yeah.
How did you put the dog in the backyard?
I'll sustain that objection.
I think I asked how, not what.
It says, I put him in the backyard. Why? Because I didn't want anything to happen to him or her. Oh, I'm sorry. Your question was, how did you put the dog in the backyard? Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Go ahead, Mr. Heel, if you'll re-ask that question.
Thank you. How did you put the dog in the backyard?
I just tapped my leg and he,
The reason I ask if that's helpful is looking at, right, when we're looking at the diagram of the house, did you have to go through the garage to put the dog outside?
yeah.
This is very odd. So it's still a very flat affect, but she's looking down more so than usual. You can tell the dog stuff really bothers her. Now, again, there are people that contend that animals are better than people. I think they both have their place. It is what it is, but I think that the dog thing is the only thing that got to her.
Where was the dog when you were in the house? If you remember.
I really don't remember.
That's okay. When you put the dog outside in the garage, do you do anything else in the garage?
No.
Do you close the door?
Yeah, and I locked it.
Why'd you lock it?
I don't know why I locked it. I have no answer for that.
Okay.
I do. Stacy might never feel strong connections with people, but she does, I bet, feel very strong connections with animals. And of all the things that happened that night, I do think that taking the owner from the dog probably was the thing that bothered Stacy the most. Now, it's really hard to tell with her, and look, y'all, it's been a day and a half. It is a Monday. I am trying to sort of, have my own little wake, which is, there wouldn't be shots. I'm not going to lie to you, but look, I don't know how y'all alcoholic people do it. This stuff is gross. It is like drinking nail polish remover that slightly tastes like apple and ass. I don't know. Look, I know I'm probably getting chucked out of the club of Crown Royal, but this stuff sucks. Like, give me a girly drink any time of the day. Give me a Long Island iced tea that will put me on my behind but does not taste like booze. I am fine. I am a girl. Last time I checked, I have boobs, so I can drink whatever the fuck I want, which includes Zima, so bring them the fuck back. Thank you so much. Okay, so what I do, here's what I do. I like extra crispy tater tots, so I don't put foil on them at all. Now, if you like the cheese and you like it to be melty but not that brown kind of thick plastic sort of, chonk, put foil on. That being said, I love them extra crispy, so I never put the foil on. Now, I don't put the cheese on until the very end, and only half on mine, so you get that kind of bubbly cheese with the crunchy tots if you want. Oh God, now I really want tater tot casserole, but I really, really fucking don't want to cook anything. Like y'all, I am a terrible mom and wife. I have not actually cooked anything since I made hamburger helper last weekend. I ordered Papa John's because I just didn't feel like cooking. That being said, I will have to make me some tater tot casserole tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, what happens when you go back inside the house?
I got stuck in the living room again.
Tell me what you mean by stuck.
Like I
How
was
did you get stuck?
coming back in, and
Just know, y'all, don't drink.
I had came in through like where the garage is at, and I could just from the distance just already see him, you know.
How did it make you feel to see him?
Okay, I need a quick question from my, let's say, differently abled audience, my chronic pain people. So I have avoided it, but I need some crowdsource ideas. For the kitchen, do you simply have a computer chair that you just roll around in? Some days I just don't even want to stand. It's not a good day to stand, but I wouldn't mind rolling around. I would struggle greatly with a wheelchair mentally. I mean, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. It would just be my soul. Like I'd have to have a soul. I need to make me a little doll that just says, you know, my soul, and then I can show where these defendants hurt me in it. Because some of this is so dumb. I swear, I am growing a stupid tumor somewhere. Between Theodore Edgecombe and Letitia Stalk and all the rest of these MFers, I'm growing a stupid tumor, y'all. Thank you, this is Sarah. It should make you feel better that I was petting my dog. I looked down and it was a scarf, 2 dogs staring at me. This is Sarah. That sounds like my life. Also, you guys, speaking of it's not your personality, but I would just like to throw my allyship out there. Thank you so much. This is Sarah. You guys, I would like to announce today that I have gay cats. We love them just the same. But actually Thor and Loki were kind of the best, you know, couple. Like they were so sweet. You guys, they are the sweetest couple, like the most functional couple in this house sometimes. But they, you know, will sleep together. I sent Sarah a picture. Now, here's the problem, and here's where it becomes a bit of a telenovela, okay? Well, my lovely gay, you know, husband decided to adopt Dingus. Well, now it's a little gross, and I do have to report them all. But after the adoption and as he has come of age, well, Dingus has fallen in. It is a throuple, y'all. It is a throuple. And you can tell sometimes when Loki is like, Thor was mine first, dude. Anywho, I just thought I'd like to tell you about my little gay cat telenovela. Mr. Mo is not. So I feel, oh my God, you guys, I'm Linda from Bob's Burger. I'm like, it's King, you know, Pudding Mouth. It's King Trash Panda, you know. I have decided to give a backstory to my cats, and they are gay lovers, because of course I did. But it was kind of ironic, sweet, and weird that, you know, Loki and Thor are in a deeply committed relationship until Dingus broke them up. Come on, Marvel, you can do it. I say, Marvel, go full gay. Just make Thor and Loki gay, and then Dingus, Lord Dingus, middle manager of the Chaos Dimension, comes in, and he is hot smexy with some abs, and, you know, there's a why choose moment. Oh my God, I read way too much smutty stuff.
I was just, I don't know.
Giblets in a heaven
What
in a
happened after
handbasket.
you
How
went back
she
into
is
the
not
garage
drinking
and saw him in the
nothing.
living room?
I went to the living room.
What did you do in there?
I stood in the doorway of the that separates the kitchen and the living room.
Okay. And then what did you do?
I just looked at him for a while, and I had swore that he was like moving, but I think it was just my nerves getting in the way of what I was seeing. Because with that, like, I'm not sure if he was or he wasn't, you know. But
Did you touch him?
no, I did not.
Did you poke him with a stick?
So what did you do?
I opened up the water bottles and I just threw them to the side.
When you said you just threw them, did you just open up the caps and just toss the bottles themselves?
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
It's very interesting. She hasn't been bothered by much, but this part is really bothering her. And I'm trying to figure out if it's the desecration of the body or the fact that she had to stand there with the body and really sit with the fact and marinate with the fact that she had done this right before she lit a match. Again, ma'am, you have been holding open gasoline cans. I am surprised you didn't burn the AF out of your hand.
What happened after that?
I grabbed a piece of paper,
From where?
the kitchen table.
Do you remember what kind of paper this was?
No.
What did you do with it?
I lit it on fire
How did you light the paper on fire?
with the lighter.
Sorry. With a lighter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did you do with the paper after you lit it with the lighter?
I burned like halfway, and it was like a pretty long piece of paper.
Okay.
So I burned like halfway.
Was it a mother effing CVS receipt? Was it a Walgreens receipt? Stacy, only you could make arson boring. It is a very interesting juxtaposition. If you guys notice, and it's odd that I do notice this right now, this is the part that really bothers her. And I wonder if it's because of, heritage, if it's because she had to sit there and actually throw the gasoline over his body and really take in that he, wasn't breathing, he was dead because of her hands. I don't know if that hit her or it was the arson, but it is really interesting to see how her discomfiture in this moment, when it really hasn't been present in all the other moments. And you would think if her discomfort was going to overwhelm her, it would be in the moments of her, having to defend her life. So it is really interesting. This and the dog really got to her.
And then I just threw it to the floor.
You threw it to the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Was this by Mr. Dickerson?
It was more or less like in.
Would it help to look at this?
Well, yeah, it was kind of like.
This is, of course, being said that I would want to see how she acts and converses when she is with people on her same level. And I don't mean, look, I have made fun of her for being dumb, but I'm sure she has street smarts and things like that. So I would want to see her base level when she's actually talking to her peers versus in a court situation, because I would really be interested to see if this discomfiture is the same in different situations, to see how genuine it is. That being said, I could not interview this woman. This woman, I would start clapping my hands every time she said like, and didn't, give a supporting sort of what this thing is like, because like is a comparison word, and yet she continues to not add any comparisons that we can ever figure out other than what is floating around inside her head. But that being said, I would like to see if this discomfiture is maintains a baseline, because I have a feeling that a lot of this is an act, and I really would like to see what she does and how she reacts when she's talking to her peers. maybe her family, maybe not, fellow inmates, but I would definitely want to see if there's a difference in her tonal kind of baseline. Oh my God, I'm talking like those people on the behavior things. Okay, quick random tangent, but on the behavior panel, does anyone find the British guy a little too smarmy? Like, sir, here's the thing, and I know this is going to be mean, and it's probably just me, okay, you guys? And believe me, I've had a hell of a Monday, so just bear with me. But he is not gay enough to be as snarky as he is. Look, you need to be like, there is a correlating, sort of graphed XY, sort of thing about like if the bitchiness that you can have if you are gay. And he is simply not flamboyant enough to be as cunty as he is. I am sorry. He annoys the shit out of me. And usually I love everyone with a British accent. I automatically add like 100 IQ points to you. Unless it's the chavs. Look, the chavs, I subtract about 5. And drill rappers, subtract 10. Something about him really irritates me. And I'm sure he is a nice guy. I don't know. He just, I can't deal with him. And all he ever seems to add is blink rate. And I'm like, dude, I could count blinking myself.
Like against like the wall.
What wall? Like over here? Were you in a bedroom?
Oh no, sorry.
Dear God, you guys are annoying me so much that I
don't know, I thought
continue
that was
to
kitchen.
drink to numb the pain.
So this is the living room, right?
Yeah.
You by this wall?
Yeah. Well, I was like right here and I had to room. Yeah, I had to.
Okay, you just threw it from this area?
Yeah, I was like honestly just like around.
Did you stand there for a little bit longer after you threw it, or what happened?
No, when I had stood there is when I just had it in my hand, and that's why it got to the point of half of it being the paper being on fire. Then
Sorry, and then the paper was on fire, and what was that last part?
yeah, that's when I threw it on the floor.
Okay. What did you do after you threw it on the floor?
I left.
Just outside, just the front door.
Yeah,
Now, is that what we saw on the surveillance?
yeah, it is.
Did you just walk down to the car?
Yeah,
Why didn't you run?
Salute.
I don't know why I did.
Guys,
Were you even thinking about the fact you were walking?
Objection rating.
I honestly don't even.
And
Sorry, Ms.
Ms. Rodriguez, when there's an objection, I got to. I'll allow the question. Ms. Rodriguez, you can answer.
Did you even think about the fact you were walking?
No.
did you even think about the fact that you were walking?
Thank you.
So tell me, you get back into the car. Does anything happen between you and Hosanna in the car?
She asked me if I
God,
killed the
please
dog.
no.
What did you tell her?
I told her yeah.
Told her yeah? Why did you lie to her?
I don't know. I don't know why I did.
You don't know why? Okay.
No.
Here's the sad thing, you guys. It's really, really sad. But there are moments as a parent where your kids will say, I don't know why I did something. And honestly, they don't. I mean, I remember being a kid and thinking, oh my God, this silicone looks so super awesome. I am going to pretend I'm a graffiti artist and, spray it on the wall because it's clear and my mom will never notice. Now, little did baby Mo know that if you spray silicone on walls, there is some sort of, and don't wipe it off, it will in fact destroy the paint. And, this is Mo will show up on the wall. And my mom did not buy that a Roppler came in and wrote my name and all of this in cursive and did a smiley face. For some reason, my mother did not believe that because, well, she hates me. Who knows? Obviously, I was not convincing enough, baby Mo to. Anywho, your kids don't know. And the sad thing is that she is so emotionally stunted. She is so, I would put her at the level of an 11-year-old, an 11-year-old, possibly 10-year-old. She reacted, she did what she did in the moment because that's what she wanted to do. But to ask her for a deeper motivation is going to be impossible because her mind hasn't grasped that deeper meaning. She didn't do it because she was remembering all of the trauma in her life. She didn't do it because, the moon was in Sagittarius and Mars was in retrograde. She honestly was just mad and doesn't know why she did it. She was in power maybe for once in her life and she did it. But beyond that, if you want a deeper reason, if you want her to logic this out, it is never going to happen unless she goes to prison, educates herself, becomes very introspective and self-aware, and can explain to you kind of the multiple underlying factors that drove her to this point. But right now, what you're going to get is it's like that time when it was scary and have you ever with that thing and it was and the defense attorney, so you were really scared and it was terrifying. I mean, no, it was just whatever, and then it was okay, but then he yelled at me and I sobered up, it was different, I guess. And then he pushed me on the couch. There's a difference between, and you can tell a difference. Now, again, I can't go into the bodyology of how I can tell the difference, but there is a difference between someone who is going mechanical because they have to literally divorce themselves from both their body and their situation, the situation that they're living. So it comes out very mechanical, methodical, and, it's very factual. There is a very big difference between someone who is doing that and Stacy just not giving a fuck. And I do feel like the defense is going to pull out that she was traumatized, that this is, so traumatizing that she can't react in a socially acceptable way. And I can't go into, again, but you know it when you see it. You know someone who has been so deeply traumatized that they have to honestly go out of their own body to retell a story. You can feel that because their entire body conveys that, whether you can put it into words or not. And Stacy looks like a fucking beanbag before you sit on it. You know when you fluff it and get it all floofy? And then you jump on it and there's a big dent in the middle. Not that I would jump on you, Stacy. I don't mean that. I'm just, God, I really want a beanbag right now. I'm sorry, Stacy. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I'm going to stop talking about beanbags. Otherwise, this is going to be a hate crime. I'm going to get the Fluffies united. Oh my God, please, please, fat activist, come after me. Factivist, if you will. Oh my God. That would be fucking cringe-hilarious. Please do. I would find the ever-loving most fucking entertainment about it. Look, here's the deal, my fellow fluffies and semi-fluffies. We know exactly why we eat. And whether we want to deal with that trauma or not is anyone's, effing idea. But here's the deal. Most of us are self-aware enough to know that, yes, these 3 boxes of Mike and Ike's are going to add an extra bit to my muffin top. We get that. And we get that, yes, our fit might not be a size 4. My fit is probably going to always be a size 10. It just is what it is. I mean, again, my hips don't lie. They do mumble and have Tourette's, though. That being said, they have birthed 6 children, and all of them with giant fucking pumpkin heads, especially that middle son. Look, I love him to death, but if y'all ever saw this boy's head, and it was just this big when he was born, I love him to death, but his head is huge. He just has a big head, and then his hair grows out straight, so it looks even bigger, and I'm like, oh, my poor baby, I hope you grow into your head. Is that mean? Okay, I don't mean to be mean, but God, I hope he gets bigger because, dear God, he's got a giant head and like a stocky little body, but his head's still. I'm so mean. I am so mean. Look, it, look, I love him and I want him to find someone that loves him too, but I want him to grow into his head, okay? Because I want grandbabies. And I just don't know that a big giant bobblehead is going to get me grandbabies. Not to mention, I think he might bring me home a fella. And that is a-okay with me. I don't care. Look, I have told my children this. Like, I don't care, black, white, Rastafarian, pescatarian, furritarian, even though furry, I am going to have some questions, okay? And Scientologist is a no. But if whoever you bring home loves you and, cheers you on when you win and holds your hand and sits through hell when you lose, I don't give them flying flapjack, crackerjack, what they have between their legs. I just want you to be happy. And I want you to have someone, your best friend, cheering you on. And I hate that there are some families that don't accept that. So if you never ever need to hear this from a parent or a mama, I love you just as you are. And doggone it, I hate it that there are some families that just don't. Now, if you're a furry, look, I'm not sewing that for you. And God, I hope you dry clean that. And if they do bring a furry home, like, I will have all the questions, all the questions. But honestly, that's how I feel about it. And you can fight me. I'm a mama. I don't care. I will adopt every single last one of you. Now, I do hope every single last one of you are not dancing naked on like the street during Pride Parade. Because look, shamebarrassment is like catching. But honestly, seriously, I just want to see my kiddos loved. And again, if they find that person that will cheer them on when they're winning and sit and hold their hand when they're losing, then doggone it, this life is hard enough. I don't care. I will be there. Now, okay, here's the thing though. I will be like that Key and Peele sort of thing and be like, so when does the share happen? For the gay wedding. And they're like, no, it's just a normal wedding. Okay, but when do the drag queens come in? And my kiddos will be like, look, mama, it's just a normal wedding. And I'm like, you're not going to let me bedazzle everything and have share? Are you kidding me? I'm going to be such a momzilla. Anyhoozle. Welcome to the things I think about at 9 a.m. in the morning, or, well, all the times in the times.
Where did you all go once you left?
We went to my brother's house.
Heck.
Was this at Miguel's house?
Yeah.
And what did you do there?
We took my truck, but it wasn't to switch cars. It's because the car is not mine, so I wanted to give. Obviously, it's to give it back. Like, I'm not gonna be driving around.
So you
Just my
left your
car,
mom's
'cause she had
car
told me
with
to
a
use it for
bunch
a
of
little bit.
gasoline
Because what?
fumes.
She had said to use it for a little bit.
You are the best daughter ever.
When your mom told you to use it for a little bit, was the idea of just that night?
When your mom told you to use it just a little bit, was it for arson and, felonious murder, or was it just for a little robbery? And y'all, this is the other reason. No, it's not 9 a.m. I was thinking 9 p.m., but a.m. popped out. Okay, y'all, there is a quantum physics mysterology that we need to figure this out. Because, okay, someone needs to science the fuck out of this, just like the Martian. But how in God's name and what plastic surgery did Dolly Parton have to look younger in Straight Talk, which is a good movie? Go watch Straight Talk. It's a beautiful movie. She looks younger in that than she does in Mother Flippin' 9 to 5. 9 to 5, she looks 812 years old. Also, y'all, what was with them torpedo bras? Y'all, her boobs were like, they were attack weapons. Like, I was afraid of them fuckers. I mean, is that what they did with the fembots? Because I think they just took Dolly Parton and went, "Nrr." Anywho, welcome to Mo's ADHD. And apparently, Mo's ADHD, when you add booze, this is hilarious. Although booze sucks, y'all. Again. I'm going to have to buy me some of them mixy things with the girl drinks. Look, do you think I could get a bartender here who would work for free, or Hot Pockets or tater tot casserole? So here's my question. I think I could find an aviologist. Okay, I don't know, a nerd. Anywho, I have figured this out, y'all. Okay, nerds like to live in their basements. And they also like to be taken care of by their mamas. If I made tater tot casserole for all of the editology that I needed, could I do that? Would that be bad? Because I feel like I could totally exchange homemade meals for like all of the audiologicness. Ooh, Frito pie. Look, I, like Peggy Hill, have my very good Frito pie. I do not put Velveeta in there because Velveeta is gross. Look, it's a texture thing for me for Velveeta. I have to be very, very, like, I have to close my eyes when I put it into the crock pot because it's like yellow cheese jello. It's jiggly. Y'all, have you ever touched, y'all, have you ever been to the gym and when they're trying to shame-embarrass you into joining, you go in there as like sort of a casual fluffy looking to maybe lose weight. And then, they try to shame-embarrass you into joining the gym and they show you this like 5 pounds of jiggly yellow gelatinousness, which is 5 pounds of fat. And they hand it to you so you can touch it and feel even worse about yourself. Like, and your mother's on your shoulder, like, see, I told you that's exactly what's on your hips. Right there, just for everyone to see. I'm sorry. We, let's see, sorry. Gregory Bentway, I may be a scotch drinking, so, we are taking a little bit of time, but I will get back to the point because I was just having a rant and ramble about, well, fuck if I remember right now.
Well, she always just says that, but at the moment, it kind of just happened. Like, I don't really think, like, the whole thing that's being, like, perceived about that situation, like, we didn't do that to, like, there was, like, no motive behind switching the cars. It's just the fact that the car is mine. There's no motive behind that,
Okay. So you get into your truck and then
Okay, Sarah, not a stupid question, and I'm not trying to be rude or mean or anything like that. But do you charge extra for like if you have to have extra embalming fluid? Because I know like my hair, look, here's the only thing I'm basing it on, which might sound ridiculous, but I know my hair is longer than my shoulders, so they tend to charge me more for a color and cut. So is it like when you poke them in with the little like, I'm just imagine, I'm imagining an oil change and you've got lube stuff. Never. Anywho's, oh, so you don't charge more for more embalming fluid? Daggone it. How do you, okay, Sarah, how do you get them in the casket? Because I didn't even think about that. Do you just kind of like roll them over and flop them? Or do you get like 84 people? And I'm not trying to be a mean butthole, but like, do you have like a really fat people Roomba that just moves? Oh my God. I'm going all the way straight to hell. Although, as Lucy, look, honestly, my spirit animal is Lucy from Enchantment. or Disenchantment, if you've ever seen it, he is the best fucking character ever. Fucking Lucy, you did it for all of us.
And where do you guys go?
You know, it's not as bad if you drink
kinda
it
just
really
started-
fast
we
and
parked
then
around the
drink some
corner.
Coke.
Of what? Of McGow's?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what did you do?
She said, "Why are you acting like that?"
What did
Sarah, do you get to use one of those pressure washers? Y'all, has anyone experienced the joy and transcendental happiness of watching those carpet cleaner guys? I don't know what the hell chemicals they use, but I want that foaming chemical. Like, I want that foaming chemical just to play with it. I mean, no, probably not. But I love them carpet cleaning videos for some reason. It's just so satisfying to me to watch that carpet, even if they're the ugliest carpet known to man. I am very sorry, y'all. I was trying to be like the other people, but I don't think drinking and me work. To be fair, I was drinking toast to my mother-in-law. To be super duper fair, booze is gross. Y'all, booze is disgusting. How do you drink? Yes, we can skip to cross. This is ridiculous. We are not learning anything. Your wish is my command. Oh my God.
Specifically with
Okay,
prison.
Sarah, my gaydar is broken. Are we looking at a bitchy gay? And no offense, I love them. I super duper love them. But this suit is too snappy. Those glasses are too coordinated, and this hair is too productied. Look, he uses a serum and moisturizer. Y'all, I am going to go ahead and say 73% metrosexual.
And so I thought that the court should be aware of all those issues prior to that time.
Is it President Mr. Dickerson specifically?
Correct. Let me go back to it, Judge. I know there was an attachment at the motions hearing.
And y'all,
Okay,
I
yeah, I
have
think I
tried
do
to
have
get
that
Mr.
letter
Mo
last week,
into a stripedy suit because I think they are just clamtastic. Not gonna lie. If I'm attracted to them, there is an 84% chance that they are gay. I just have that George Michael, who is the other one. Basically, every gay guy I have loved, and they have not
He
loved
calls
me
it a
back.
prison shank and then discusses all the souls on it.
Of course, Freddie Mercury was probably always going to be out of my league, considering he was mostly dead when I was of age for this to be anywhere near legal. That being said, George Michael, seriously, sir. Oh yeah, Ricky Martin too. Them Latin hips. Who else? Oh, that guy from Prison Break? Anderson Cooper, I know. Tall, white, and nerdy, I'm telling you. Look, it's a condition, I have it. I know. And Vin Diesel,
Mr.
allegedly
Dickerson's
in
life in jail.
Minecraft. I'm just saying, I think he could, at least that's what I've heard. Oh, God, you guys. Ew, booze is gross. Also, excuse my lack of Irishness, but why do we drink when someone dies? I mean, I get the, getting drunk so you don't feel so sad, but I don't know why we drink other than you have to deal with your family, which I think, you keep that juju away from me, Sarah. Listen, although to be fair, I would totally welcome a 7 and I would name it that. But Mr. Mo would Look, Mr. Mo would die of a heart attack, and I don't need to be alone. And I don't know that I can find a suitable replacement in a quick enough time.
So again, I just wanted to put those on the court's radar. I didn't know if that was coming.
Why is this man talking about Raiders when I'm talking about gaydar? I don't know why that makes me laugh, but it does. I'm sorry, you guys. This is going to be a crap stream. I am just... Look, I'm a little sad today. This is what we're doing. Old Line Red, I don't. This is about as drunk as I have ever been this year. And last year, to be honest. Except when I'm on a stream with Nick.
Judge, I think I can save the court some time.
That was always appreciated, Ms. Devereaux.
Tammy Bogard, my mother-in-law passed last night. And she was not in a good place. She wasn't having any quality of life. But I was trying to do this thing with the wake, and I suddenly realized that I'm just not good at drinking. So I am sorry for the crap stream. But it is what it is tonight. Look, it is. I'm missing a woman who invited me into her family, and y'all, we're always looking for these big grand miracles, you know, this water into wine, this, you know, which is the best miracle ever. Fucking fight me, honestly. You know, this lame man walking, and the true everyday miracles are the people you touch in your life. This woman who didn't know me besides Adam, and God bless her ever-loving soul. But this woman, look, you guys, I wish I had the Alex Jones, I'm kind of retarded, you know, quote here. But this woman drove down to meet me, first time meeting me, and tried 2 hours, y'all, 2 hours with my remedial special needs ass trying to teach me euchre. Now, I done told this woman that I was euchre resistant. I have a gene. I don't know what kind it is, but I cannot learn any card game beyond War and Uno, because Uno has the little instructions on the cards. But she and her husband came down, and the first time meeting me, and they were so sweet. I had, you know, here I was, a single mom with 3 little girls, and they just came down and they loved on my kiddos, and they loved me. And, you know, even though I couldn't do euchre, and then his mom invited me into their family, like no questions asked, like just my son loves you, you know, welcome. And she was at the births of some of my kids, and I know she was human. I know she had flaws and all of that, but all of that so much pales in the everyday miracle she extended to me and my children of inviting us into her family, welcoming us in. And God, I wish we would really pay attention more to the everyday miracles just around us. You know, making someone smile, making someone laugh even though they wanted to cry, being a little bit goofy so that someone has a smile on their face. You know, it's the same sort of rant I have against Luigi Mangione, that fuckface who could ride in his bicycle 25 miles, you know, to, you know, unalive some dude in some big fucking, you know, I'm a big, you know, Robin Hood gesture. Do you want to know who the real heroes are, you big eyebrowed asshole? It's the people who realize that, yes, life is unfair. Life is not great. Insurance sucks. But you know what most people with chronic pain do? Every morning, they get themselves out of fucking bed, and every single step is Mount Everest. But they put on a smile, and they go deal with their family and their coworkers because they just have to. And you know what you could have done, you giant eyebrowed asshole? You could have gotten a bunch of these people together. You could have made YouTube videos. You could have really rallied everyone and see that, there is a broken system. You could have used your good looks and your voice to maybe make this an actual thing like Jon Stewart did. Although I disagree with Jon Stewart on just about everything, that man has shown up for the 9/11 survivors. So I give him kudos. But you giant eyebrowed asshole, you biked 15 mother effing miles to walk 17, blocks to go unalive this man. Do you want to know what people with real chronic pain do? They sit in bed for 20 minutes just thinking, okay, you got to get up. And realizing that those first minutes that they put their feet on the ground are going to be some of the worst pain they have ever felt. But they do it because they know they have family members and people they love and even pets that they count on. And they paste a smile on and they don't bitch about all of their bullshit. Because, those of us Gen Xers and baby boomers, as much as you denigrate them, they realize that shit happens and you put on your big girl panties, you stand up and you do your motherfucking job as an adult. Whether that be a good parent, be a productive citizen. You don't see us going out. You know who got screwed by Medicare? Your grandmother. You know who got screwed by Medicaid? Your great grandmother. You know who didn't shoot a motherfucking insurance agent head? Your grandmother. Because she got up and realized that, yeah, there are some things that we can change and some things that we can't. But am I going to spend my life bitching about what, someone done me wrong? Or am I going to enjoy my grandchild? You are a giant douche, and I hope that everyone ignores you, but unfortunately they are not. I am sorry, I already did this rant. I didn't mean to do this rant again, but I am so effing tired of these people who have no idea what pain is, bitching about stuff. You don't think your grandparents in the Depression didn't deal with bullshit? You think you are the first people that, didn't feel loved or seen or noticed the first time? Damn it, being human is to be misunderstood. You understand that every single one of us is basically an alien observing this group of people that we feel a kinship with, but don't actually understand. Because of the uniqueness of our perspectives, we are all aliens who are out here trying to each understand and interact with someone who understands language and touch and sensations in a completely different way. So we all feel weird. We all feel different. Motherfuckers, put on your pants and get a job. I am not saying this to be mean. Dear Lord, I am a chaos demon who is semi-crippled and semi-sane half the time. I have 6 children and God bless it, I have ADHD after them. I love them all. But dear Lord, I am a hot mess express. But if I have to be the motherfucking voice of reason, this is going to be a hard and bumpy ride into life because Mama Mo does not pull any punches. And here's the deal, Gen Z. I am not saying that life isn't hard. God bless it, is it hard and it hurts and you get told more than you get no, more than you get told yes. I get it. But the bravery, the awesomeness, the resilience comes from fucking getting back up and not whining. Anywho, I am very sorry. I have been drinking and you guys, oh my God, Purple Jesus. Things I never thought I'd say out loud. And dear God, let my mom not be watching this stream. Hail Mary, full of grace, let my mother not see this face. Pretty sure that's blasphemous. Anywho, Yes, I have been drinking. I lost my mother-in-law and I decided to do a wake thing, but I realized suddenly, you know that little meme thing where it's like, I bet you're wondering how I got here. Well, I forgot until very right nowishness, until right this very moment is ish. Look, because it wasn't this moment, it was actually a couple seconds ago. Anywho, I just realized that I really have not eaten today, except for y'all, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my taste buds. I don't know if I'm becoming super Catholic and soon stigmata will appear. But I have only wanted like fish all the time, like fried fish. I mean, not real healthy fish, but let's be honest, like a fish chocolate is pretty much fish. Anywho, yeah, this has nothing to do with anything. I am so very sorry. This was not the stream I advertised. This is more of a boozy, terrible stream. I am sorry, you guys. I can only say that, well, to be honest with you, I am in full F deficit. I am saying goodbye to a woman who was like a mom to me. Any hoozle. I am going to drink some water as soon. God, he is so gay. I love him. Like, can you imagine how awesome he would be at a bar? Like, do you think he would help me with winged eyeliner? I know this is total stereotypes, and I don't mean to be stereotypy, but I think he could help with my winged eyeliner. Because, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. I always aspire to have winged eyeliner. But they don't even look like close sisters, like even like sisters from a different mister. They always look like cousins from another muzzins. It's bad.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, it's not our intention to admit it as an exhibit. She was just going to be questioning Ms. Rodriguez about, in general, writing this down as part of like giving her information to her attorneys. And part of that is in response to similar conduct that Ms. Farrell.
She also said, well, why confused?
Because that didn't happen. So I
Okay.
didn't know why she was saying that.
She also said,
All right, we are going to cross because I can't handle this chick. I mean, it's dumb as hell to begin with. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I am judging everyone. Oh my gosh. He does look so judgy. Oh no. Sorry guys, wrong thing. How does Nicholas do this? This is amazing. He is just awesome. I don't know if that's a skill to be awesome when you're drunkish. But let's see. Ooh, we've got her hair down. Ooh, Stacy went hardcore with this. Stacy's mom.
And you're gonna like follow suit, you know. And I know now that it was wrong, you know, like.
Do
and you're
what
gonna,
now?
like, follow suit, you know. And I know now that it was wrong, you know, like.
Ma'am, what the hell in the handbasket? Now, I will say that I do think that this green is a nice color on her. That being said, and honest God, you guys, I aspire to have hair as long as Rapunzel when I grow up. I'm pretty sure when I grow up will be about 25 and a half years from now. So whoever is marking their calendar, that is the day that I will be fully grown up. And I do expect a parade.
that like what happened for
Ma'am, this just goes, they just go right in, don't they?
with Hosanna lying on November 11th. Was that a reason why you lied as well?
I feel like not saying nothing was like a mutual agreement without making it an agreement.
Okay, we are going to, and prosecution. Okay, come on, snappy gay guy.
Was in the car.
Yeah, do you remember like how long after this was from the
I think it
third?
was like this the very next day or the day after that.
Come on,
I don't
prosecutor,
even
we're
know
going
dark bottle, but the fire.
If I could just have one moment, please.
Sure.
No moments. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know why, but I always feel the need to like say, look, Dad, I am going to work so much harder on my math tomorrow. He always just makes me feel just a little bit embarrassed for my existence, like a good dad. Like, so this is what you're doing with your life. And I'm like, but Dad, I'm a semi-professional hobbyist who has a semi-self-sustaining hobby on YouTube. And he's like, oh, so this is what I got you braces for. Isn't that special? I don't know, but I would have worked so much harder in math and Spanglish if I had this face looking at me every day. Like, you're just a disappointment. For me, the disappointment thing was worse than the yelling. Like, I could deal with yelling all day. Not really good, but okay-ish. But, like, the, extra 20 roll for the villain side, like, the soul-crushing was like, oh, you're just a disappointment. Purple Jesus, he wouldn't. Because, again, look, as a smart and able to understand verbal cues child, when my mom said, and we are done, what I heard is, and we are done. Now, what my brother heard was, start your engines. So I'm over here just, like, we're going to get a frosty. We're going to get a frosty. We're going to get a frosty. And all of a sudden, my brother heard, you would like to have the last word. It was a game of, would you like to have the last word or would you like to have a frosty? Now, my brother always picked last word and I always picked frosty. Now, which one of us was smarter? I don't know. Oh my God. How does Nicholas do this? Now, I understand that I'm a lightweight. I understand that I don't eat enough to drink as much as I've just done drank. But how does Nicholas do this? Holy God, the Swedish must be super powered, people.
Stacey, I just have a few more questions, okay?
Okay.
No more fucking questions. You confuse and irritate me. I just want to hear the gay man yell at you. I mean, allegedly homosexual. In Minecraft, allegedly homosexual. I'm just guessing because he's wearing a double-breasted suit and no one asked him. And it's fucking Colorado. And as you can see, our defendant is wearing a green, hefty trash fucking bag. So why this man has a double-breasted suit and is heterosexual, I don't know. Any hoozle. Yes, I am drunk. Ish. No, not ish, like am.
Do you have enough water, ma'am?
Of course she does, because she just does this. Again, get her one of them hamster things. Wouldn't that be fucking funny if she just had to go to the little hamster and go... Look, I'm not saying that I imagine that every time she drinks, but I imagine that every time she drinks.
Do you understand why we're here?
Yes.
Objection relevant.
Overruled.
This bitch understands nothing. Look, I have analyzed with the amount that I can analyze and mize with this, but this bitch understands nothing. Like, I don't understand how she remembers to breathe and not choke on her own spit at this point.
The objection. You do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we are starting off on cunty bitch. I love this man. I'm telling you guys, I would have been born such a cunty bitch gay man. I am so glad that I'm a woman because I can get away with it, sort of. But can you imagine the kind of flamboyance I would have to have pulled off to be the cunt that I am as a gay man? Look, this makes total sense in my head right now, not hand. Damn it all to hell. I am as drunk-ishness. Anywho, we're going to go back to the trial. I am very sorry for this stream.
Do you understand
May
that
God
we're here
have
because
mercy
of
on my
Christopher
soul.
Dickerson?
Yes.
If we could
Okay, so which name are we talking? Because I have thought about, look, my mom wanted to name me Christian, which I thought would have been funny because I would have converted to Judaism and kept Christian as the name. Look, I'm not telling y'all, but I am telling y'all between you, me, and the internets. I went redhead just to piss off my mom, and I have kept it all of this. Also, my mother wanted to name me Jasmine. Now, I can go ahead and tell you that no one should fly a carpet near me, okay? Now, that being said, I always thought I would marry a Jewish man and I would name my first son Christian because it would be funny. Now, that being said, youngest most feral, had he been a girl, I was going to name him Six, which is why God probably gave him a penis. Because God, knowing my evil plan to name him Six, would have, he just gave him balls just because he's like, look, you cannot be named Six. This is not Blossom. And God, why did they have her in a green hefty bag? Also, okay, now here's a weird thing for me, but y'all know the women who are fat but have no boobs? Like, it's not that they have no boobs. I mean, there's still a 46 in the band, but she's like a B. So it's always weird when the boob to like gunt ratio is off. Like, because you should have large knockers if you're going to be huge. And then it's just, she's built like a potato. I mean, like 5-pound pack of potato, like just a sack of potatoes. I mean, that being said, the green is a good color on her skin tone, but the shirt is a hefty bag and a half. Sir, please make fun of her.
show Exhibit 1?
Oh,
That's
God.
him, right?
Objection, sympathy.
All right, I'll overrule the objection.
Do you get that's why we're actually here, man?
Yes.
Yeah, so, ma'am, you stabulated tall, white, and nerdy. He even, oh my God, sir, did you have he had a chin soul patch. Sir, I wanted to root for you. I really did, but you had a soul patch. But here's my thing, okay? I feel bad for Mr. Dickerson. Because listen, look, I love my boy children, but they are going to go through a tall, white, and nerdy stage. They just all bless all of their hearts. Like they are just going to be tall, white, nerdy, and socially awkward. And I don't want them meeting two, Latina hussies or any hussies and then be, stabulated. I mean, this is fucking terrifying, you guys. At first I thought I just had to worry about the girl children. But no, you got Heffords and Alleys who want to burn a bitch. I mean, seriously, damn. I'm going to make my children live at home and pick out their own. Look, I'm going to pick their spouses. Look, fuck this shit. No dating. I am not dealing with this bullshit. No. Because knowing my boys, they'd be nice and sweet, and they'd be like, sure, lesbians from the alley, just come over to my house. And I'd be like, no, sweetheart, we don't invite people in. Yes, Jesus loved everyone, but Jesus did not invite everyone into his house, motherfucker. Anywho, I don't know why I turned into Samuel L. Jackson, not even quite sure about that. But, seriously, I have given birth to tall, white, and nerdy, and I'm just in a fear for their life because, look, he thought he was going to get lucky with one of the two we will wobble twins, and damn, look, I'm afeared for my son's lives. That's just all there is to it, because I'm sure there are just rough and tumble lesbians around every alley. We need an alley lesbian warning. Oh my god. I've turned into Tipper Gore. If you are an alley lesbian trying to, seduce my son, no. If you are just the regular type of lesbian, I'm here and for you. Ally forever.
Do you get that we're not here for your toxic DV relationship?
Objection, argumentative.
And Sir brought the bitch. Oh my god, this man is amazing. Someone light your vapes, get your popcorn. We have the heifer, we have the snark coming in. Holy hell, yes, ma'am.
And relevance, asked and answered.
I'll sustain as the argumentative. If you want to rephrase, Mr. Praler, go ahead.
Do you understand that we're here for your actions?
Objection, asked and answered.
I'll overrule the objection.
Is that a crow,
Yes.
you guys? Or is that a puppy? I don't know. I feel like it looks like a squid, but I know I'm drunk. So I'm pretty sure it's an animal of some kind that is furry. But all my brain is coming up with is a cuttlefish, which isn't right. Oh, good idea. Purple Jesus. Listen, I don't know how y'all do the drunk streams to be on the down low. This is as drunk as I have ever been. But y'all, this looks like, to be honest, it looks like someone giving the middle finger, but on the side, like this middle finger, which I call a dangly leg, to be honest, but I don't know.
For your actions?
Objection, asked and answered.
I'll overrule the objection.
Yes.
Do you understand that we're here specifically for your actions of plunging that weapon in his neck
Yes, Tammy, it is the victim.
5 times?
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yes. Sir.
Objection, argumentative.
Overrule.
And the
now you're
bitchiness
saying
is
that we're
here to
here-
stay.
And you want to explain a lot of things because of your social anxiety. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Social anxiety. Can you explain what that means?
Yes, I can. What it means, your bitchiness, your snarky queenness, is that honestly, I don't want to people with you. Never. Not one bit. Like, you people are interesting to look at, and I like understanding your observing and observing your behavioral patterns. But honestly, you're fucking exhausting, okay? Here's the thing. There are layers upon layers upon layers of the social interactions that y'all do on a daily basis that you are either unaware of or don't notice. The fact is, I notice every single fucking one of them, and they are all fucking exhausting if you ask me. Because 90% of social interaction is lying to people. Like, hey, how are you doing? Okay. Just feeling like my leg is going to fall off, but I don't really want to have a deeper conversation with you, so please be quiet. So, okay. Here's the thing. Introverts look at these things and we overanalyze them, and then we assume everyone hates us. That is eventually where all of this overthinking takes us, is that introverts are like, oh, well, they didn't respond back. They must fucking hate me, which is not generally what happens because most people don't care enough to hate you, which is sort of a sad thing if you're a bit of a narcissist. You're like, oh, wow, I wish people would care enough to hate me, which is a weird thing to wish for, to be honest. Anywho, not many people care enough to hate you. That being said, I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this. Let's get back to the trial. Oh my God, how does Nicholas do this? This is ridiculous.
Just anxiety do you get when you're social?
Okay.
You're supposed to be
So you want to avoid social settings, right?
Yeah.
Where was your social anxiety on October 11th when you denied knowing him to a police officer?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you gotta be all social about it, I put on my tough girl persona. I compartmentalized.
I don't either.
Objection. Is there a question?
There was a question.
Objection. This prosecutor has, engaged his bitch-o-later.
Mr. Praley, I'll sustain to your statement.
Do you know where it's at?
Questions, please.
It was there.
It was there.
Yes.
We just don't see it in the video.
Oh, also, I am going to
Fair?
unrelax.
I mean, you just admitted to her.
I'm going to mutify this, but these things are fucking awesome. Look, I don't know if you've ever been hungry or such, but veggie straws are amazing. Anywhoozle, that is all I've got to say about this. I'm going to get some food in me, so let's listen to her do stuff. But I just figured if anyone wanted to know what I would be sponsored by, it would be veggie sticks, the ranch style, because have you fucking met me?
That it looks on that video like you don't care, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And in that social anxiety situation, you denied knowing Christopher.
Yeah.
You denied seeing him,
Yeah.
being at his house,
Yes.
stabbing him.
They didn't ask me that.
Okay. Well, you were.
She's like, they didn't ask me if I stabbed him on the first date. Like that was floor play. They were just getting me in the handcuffs. BT Dubs, have you looked at handcuffs online? They have these cuff things, but here's the problem, you guys. Let's be real. In reality land, Mr. Mo and me have about 15 minutes if we're lucky. If we're lucky. And if we're not lucky, it's... Do you know where Dad is? Youngest, most feral touched me, and I need him to tell him to stop it. Do you know where the snack packs are? I know they're generally put in the refrigerator and usually always put in the refrigerator, but could you tell me where they are again? Also, he continues to touch me, and he's screaming like he's losing a finger. Now, oddly enough, this background music that is not Marvin Gaye, but is in fact my youngest, most feral children trying to get our attention, while any sort of, romantical vibes are going on, somehow kills the mood. I know you're shocked. I know you're amazed. But, I don't know how people do it. 'Cause honest to God, if there is a miracle day where both Mr. Mo and my particular, come hither, tends to sync up, then the children have lost their goddamn minds and they have burnt the house down. And have a good time with Wifey Boo. I will have fun.
Told of your charges,
You
right?
guys, also, can I make a rant? Now, this stuff is gross. Like, look, I understand it's Crown Royal. I understand, all the fancy, and it's a heavy bottle and all such. But this stuff sucks. It is like nail polish remover and apple. Who does this? Like, who actively says, yes, this is something I'm going to drink? Now, that being said, I did drink it all, so I don't know why I'm asking said question other than the fact that you are supposed to be drunk at a wake. That being said, this is gross. How did Vices do this crap? This is yucky. Of course, Baker then does shots of Malort. Malort tastes like regret and my first marriage, to be honest with you. Which is, you think it's going to be great, and then you drink it, and it reminds you of itself about 3 years. I shouldn't say that. Look, my first marriage got me my children. That being said, it was a thing.
Are we to ask to take down this exhibit at this point?
All right, I'll overrule the objection.
You were told of your charges, right? A first-degree murder,
Yeah.
arson,
That is
burglary, and
first
tampering with a
degree.
deceased body. And
One.
you had social anxiety, right?
Yeah.
And you responded with, is there proof of that?
Yeah.
Daggone it. I didn't unmute myself. I said, this heifer is trying to say, like, I had to go people. It hurt my soul. Again, same bitch, but you don't see me stabulating people. Damn. I mean, honestly, like, I have to go people. And it was, not my favorite jam, not my best place to be, but I will still people because that is what, we're supposed to be doing, I guess, during this simulation and sitch. But what the hell?
To a police
Oh,
officer,
damn. I am Butterfingers.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Mr.
It's
Prayer,
lost
are
to
you
the
done
floor
referring to
now.
this?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Now, ma'am, you talked about your review of discovery, and you would agree with this notion that you are differently situated than any other witness in this case. Fair?
What do you mean?
Well, let me explain. Number one, you've heard everything, right?
Yeah.
You get to hear every witness.
Yeah.
You get to consult with your defense attorneys.
Oh,
Right.
darn it.
Before
Alice,
your testimony?
I am sorry you had a crappy day. I hope it gets better tomorrow. Look, we are all just holding on until Tuesday. It's a motto.
Right?
Oh my God, y'all, what in the fucking fuck is this bullshit about Grant Amato getting the ghost hunter's wife, like catfishing the ghost hunter's wife? I did not have this on my bingo card. Did you guys have this on your bingo card? Oh my God, you guys, this heifer was like, my husband hunts ghosts and I just want to kill him. What is going on here? You'd have thought that, if he really got in with the ghosts, it was, you think if he'd really gotten in with the ghosts, like, he would know that his wife's trying to unalive him? With the dude who unalived his entire fucking family for this Bulgarian Twitch model. Like, or not Twitch, where they show their lady bits. Clam and Jam? I don't know. Honestly, they should name it that. Just Lady Flaps. Lady Flaps might not be like the most. I mean, honestly, I have a pair at home, so I don't really care to look at like Clam Jam stuff. OnlyFans, there you go. Anywho, like, he paid $1 gajillion of the family money and the dad got all spazzed out because of course he did, because, his retirement and such. But, yeah, that is a crazy ass story and I cannot wait. I am going to have popcorn. That is a trial. I am like there with ching bells on.
Right? You did that?
Yes.
During your testimony? Right?
Yeah.
Like multiple times during your testimony. I assume this weekend between your testimony? Right?
Yeah. She came and just asked me if I was okay.
Okay. So is that a yes?
Yes.
And you got to review all the supplements, every police report, right?
Yeah.
All the photos,
Yeah.
all the body-worn camera,
Yeah.
all the notes.
Yeah.
Did you review all the notes or did some catch you by surprise?
Objection, vague.
Give me just a second. Mr. Prayley, can you rephrase that? I'm not 100% sure what you're asking.
Well, ma'am, there were a couple notes in opening statements, right?
Yeah.
Like a note to flush.
Yes.
Had you ever gone over that with counsel prior to that opening?
I mean, I just told him that I didn't write it, and that was that.
Okay, and that didn't answer my question, so I'm going to ask you to go back. Did you review that prior to me getting my screen up to come up for opening statement?
Yes.
You had reviewed it?
Yeah, discovery.
Okay. Do you remember that aspect of the delay in the opening because there was the argument that that note hadn't ever been discovered?
Objection, can we approach?
All right. Can the parties
Oh,
approach?
Objection. Oh, he is going for the bitchiness. He's like, I'm going to go back to the opening statement, heifer.
She's not.
Okay, so why don't you
I
tell
would say set it.
Oh, sorry. Go.
I mean, she's, I would say setting me up, but making herself seem like somebody she's not.
Okay, so why don't you tell me, why not take this golden opportunity and say, get your ass out here or you're going to end up like Chris?
Objection,
What's the objection?
argumentative and relevance.
All right, I'll overrule the objection.
Why not do that? That's a perfect opportunity, right? Instead of you just sitting outside, making it look like you're impatient,
I don't know.
you would agree with me that would make way more sense if she's trying to set you up, right?
I don't know what was going through her mind.
Well, she has free access to your phone,
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
and she doesn't write that?
I don't know what she was thinking.
Okay.
Never.
All right, we can take that down.
No, we can't.
Ma'am, in the last day or so of your testimony, would you consider yourself a meek person? Or a mild person?
Like, what does that mean?
How would you describe yourself in terms of that? Are you
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. What does meek and mild mean? Ma'am, whatever you're pretending to be right now.
very outspoken or are you quiet?
I would say now I'm kind of just neutral.
No.
Just neutral, okay. Pretty passive, goes with the flow?
Yeah.
Yeah? You also testified you really just don't get offended by things, right? Just kind of go with everything? Do you recall saying that?
Yeah, I guess.
You're pretty accommodating in a relationship. Wasn't that your testimony? You don't care how long it takes. You don't care all this stuff. You don't care timing.
Yeah.
You also talked a lot about kind of your personality versus Hosanna's. Is that fair?
Yes.
And you had said on direct examination that you were much more masculine. Fair?
Yeah.
I believe you stated that it's pretty obvious that you're into girls.
I mean, yeah.
Okay? And is that based on how you talk?
I don't know. I feel like it's just like a vibe.
Just a vibe. But you give it off, right? Is that what your testimony was?
Yeah.
That it would be pretty apparent to people, right?
Yeah.
And you had also said that Hosanna was much more feminine, right?
Yes.
And she takes a long time to get ready and I guess gets more dolled up. You had said that she was the one that would get guys to buy the drinks,
Yeah.
right? She would flirt with them, right?
Yes.
And you're the passive person with social anxiety that really doesn't like having conversations with other people.
I don't.
Okay. But then you're essentially saying, as obvious as that was, on October 3rd, Chris just couldn't pick up on anything that you're putting down.
I mean, some guys just don't care.
Okay. But you're
Don't realize
saying,
it,
what was that, ma'am? I'm sorry.
or don't realize it.
Don't realize it. Okay. So you're saying essentially that
So is she saying that he had broken gaydar, which I suffer from? I mean, I'm going to be honest. I can't pick up unless, of course, you have a mullet, but then I feel like I'm profiling and maybe you have a husband at home. So I try not to assume that, and my gaydar is broken. And honestly, I try not to assume because, I have a negative one. That being said, she's assuming that his gaydar works. Like, is that where we're going with this? That he just has a broken gaydar?
Chris was just into you and Hosanna is not getting any attention, right?
Well, no, I didn't say that.
Well, I'm asking.
No,
Who's getting more attention?
I think it was evenly distributed.
Evenly distributed, okay? But he's touching, according to you on your direct examination, he's touching your butt, not hers,
Yeah,
right? I mean, he's into you, and you keep deflecting the situation to Hosanna like, you might want to talk to her, right?
yeah.
That's what you're telling this jury.
Objection, misstating the testimony.
All right, I'll overrule the objection.
And that's throughout this night, that apparently Mr. Dickerson is just all about you instead of the more girly girl, feminine.
This man is really breaking it down. Like, so did he want a woman or a dump truck? Ouch. This is an out. Like, she's gonna need some aloe after this. Wow, that was mean.
Woman of Hosanna, right?
Yeah,
That's what you're telling this jury.
yeah. Well, I was reflecting the conversation to her at the beginning. After that, I kind of just stopped talking in general.
The conversation's in the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I said.
With him?
Yeah,
And so he's just like all about you.
I wouldn't necessarily say that, but yeah, I wasn't used to that kind of.
Because he's all about that bass, no treble. All about that bass. All right, I'm calling this. Miss Mo is done for tonight. What in the world is going on? I'm pretty sure I am as drunk as Hosanna was just driving in the beginning of the night. But that's enough for me. So I'm going to call this stream because I know my limits. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to drink bunches of water. And then I'm going to go to bed and go to sleep as I do. Because I don't know how people do these drinking streams. But I am done. Stick a fork in me, done. And this stupid is hurting my soul. So I will see you guys. Let me see who I can send you to. Which is something I need to start doing because I suck out loud at it, but I am going to start doing it because I am sort of somewhat almost altogether doing stuff. Who is working on stuff right now? Okay, I don't see anyone that is live, but God bless you all. Go upon the internet wherever you should so choose. I will see you all in the morning. Bye, you guys. Bye. Just bye. This woman is so dumb, and I need to be sober for the sassy.